And now on PSTV Channel 1, we have the first semi-final in the five-a-side football here at the Riverbank Arena on a beautiful sunny day here in London's Olympic Park. And this is the tie to decide which European team will progress through to the final. Spain against France. And there is the French coach, Toussaint Acquet, who has seen his side keep 3 clean sheets in the competition so far and only score 1 goal, and that came in their last game, a win against Turkey to put them through to this semi-final. Facing them, the Spanish, who themselves have only conceded 1 goal in their 3 games, 2 draws and a victory 2-0 against Iran, pushing them through to within 1 match of a medal here at London 2012. And the French in all blue, playing from left to right, get this game underway. Five-a-side football in the Paralympics for blind and partially sighted players, although all players wear a mask during the game to ensure there is parity. And there is the first foul conceded within the opening 30 seconds. Just a clip of the heels there from Baron on Acosta. And these two sides know that one of them will be facing Brazil or Argentina in the final. And Brazil have dominated this competition since it was brought into the Paralympic Games in Athens in 2004. Winning both finals, beating Argentina and then the host nation, China. And the crowd has to stay silent during open play so the players can hear the ball. There are ball bearings stitched into the panelling of the ball. And that rattling sound you may be able to hear is what the players are using to tell them where the ball is. And the goalkeepers are the one player in each team who are able to be sighted, and they act as the defensive guide to tell players where the ball and opponent is. In the central area of the pitch, the coaches have that job, and there is also an official from each team behind each goal who can guide the players as to where the net is and how best to try and score the goal. Bring the ball forward now. And they're coming together, and the French coach doesn't appreciate the decision.
Ça suffit là maintenant, hein? Tout. Installe, dessus. Voilà,
And the French look to bring the ball away. Baron. And there are no throw-ins here in five-a-side football, and no offsides either. And Baron has it again, challenged by Acosta. And Verrou. That's nice close control before he's unceremoniously dumped to the turf by Martin. And now Labat will allow the ball to run behind. And there's the Spanish coach, Pablo Zalazar. And Spain will regain possession. And they qualified after finishing second in the European Championships in Turkey last year. And they lost to the French, 1-0 in the final. So both these teams qualify for London 2012 via that route. And they won a bronze medal back in 2004 in Athens, when they beat the host nation. And they came fourth in Beijing 4 years ago, losing to Argentina in a penalty shootout. Villarreau. And now Baron. That dash line in the middle of the half signifies the start and end of the attacking third. Villarreau. Nice play, but he can't find the finish. And that win for Spain, for France rather, in the European Championships, followed some years of underachievement by their own high standards. They were fifth in Beijing, and also fifth as well at the World Championships held here in the UK, in Hereford 2 years ago. And they're yet to concede a goal in the tournament. They've only scored one themselves, but they've already held Brazil to a goalless draw. And Spain did the same to Argentina, the other side in the other semi-final. And you can hear lots of chatter, which mainly comes from the guides on the sidelines and behind the goal. And the players have to shout "Voy," which is "I'm here," in Spanish, when they're about to tackle a player. And we're 7 minutes into our first half of 25 minutes. Nice ball skills from Martin. Worked the opportunity well. And that's where the guide really comes into the game, advising him about the angle of the run he can make and also the shot. Rosado. And there's more experience of international football in the Spanish team. A number of players approaching or over 80 caps. The most experienced in the French side is Ibrahim Mea, who picked up his 50th international cap in their most recent qualifying game against Argentina, the goalless draw a couple of days ago. And that should be a corner if it's not a free kick. Strong play from Baron, and just catching his opponent, Munoz, and the corner given in the end. A lot of trust involved in this type of football, when sight is not an option. Meyer. Now he will look for the advice from the guide behind the goal, and the French play the ball away well. Baron. And Labar, strong play again from him. Rosado. A number of the Spanish players have names on their shirts that don't correspond to their actual surnames. Meyer. And now Labar, almost colliding with his teammate there, Villarou. Oh, and almost a chance there for Spain. But Rosado unable to gather. And the first national championship for this form of football was started in Spain back in 1986. And 8 teams came here to London. And we're down to the final 4 now in terms of who will win the medals. Earlier on today, Great Britain beaten by China in a penalty shootout in the semi-final for the minor classification. And China will now play Iran in the battle for 5th place. They overcame Turkey by a single goal to nil as Rosado goes down on the edge of the arc. And a change about to be made. I think the 2 players are okay. Rosado coming off to be replaced by El Hadoui. All these players play their football in their home nation. Spanish have got players from Malaga, Alicante, Tarragona, Madrid, and also Murcia. And places such as Bordeaux, Saint-Monde, Toulouse and Paris are all represented in this French team. They've scored only 1 goal so far. David Labar with it. in their 1-0 win against Turkey, which followed those 2 goalless draws against Brazil and China. And Baron winning another corner for the French. And taking the early shot, gets it back. Takes out the goalkeeper in the end, accidentally of course. And it's another corner. The goalkeepers, of course, are sighted here. Meyer going from the tight angle. And that's a good ball. Martin. Good skills. Not too far away. It's a lovely pick-up from him. And the shot had power. Almost catching out Rongier at the near post. Ten minutes to go in the first half. El Hadoui unable to prevent the goal kick. But he's back again. Meyer. El Hadoui sticks with him, but Meyer almost gets the opportunity there. The Bar's goal in the last game with his first one at international level. Oh, and that will be a free kick. No, not given. It's a difficult job for the referees to judge what is a foul and what is a purely accidental challenge. Martin. 8 minutes to play. And the referees have a job of knowing when to stop the game as well if they reach a physical stalemate. Acosta winning his 76th cap today, plays for Once Madrid. Villarreal, good skills. Runs into traffic though in the end on the edge of the arc. only seen one goal from open play so far today. Scored by Dan English of Great Britain. All the rest were penalties. And China victorious eventually in a shootout. But that's a good effort and a good save. Villarreau testing out Gonzalez. Munoz. And that is a foul. Là-bas. And if a team concedes 3 fouls in one half, every subsequent foul is then a penalty. So the French are sailing very close to the win now in terms of conceding goal-scoring opportunities. As Spain prepare a change. And Marcelo Rosado
substitution for Spain, leaving the field, number 9, Antonio
coming back on for Antonio Martin.
Replaced by 11, Marcelo Rosado Carrasco.
And it's very important the mask is correctly attached for the integrity of the game. Because not all these players are blind. There are some who are partially sighted at varying degrees. Baron. Villarreau. And the sideboards have a very important role to play to keep the game going and also balance for the players as well. Spain have to be careful here. It's picked up by Baron and now Villarreau. The whole Spanish outfield around him, but he's still there. Good persistence there from Frédéric Villarreau. And another break in play. Don't forget, you can watch all the Paralympic action here at paralympic.org. You can like the Paralympic Movement on Facebook at facebook.com/Paralympic Games or follow us on Twitter at Paralympic. And Spain have called their timeout. So Pablo Salazar brings his team together for a chat. And goals could be at a premium here today. 4 between these two in their 6 group games, but only 1 conceded.
Gentlemen, quiet please while the game is in play. Thank you.
Gonzalez will get the game underway again for Spain. Controlled by El Hadoui, but he's boxed in. And that's a foul. El Hadoui will chase again. Labar just using the boards as a guide. Baron. And as the crowd watch in silence, the guides and coaches certainly have their say. Villaroo. And that was a very good challenge by Munoz. Villaroo again. Fantastic skill, brilliant goal. Only France's second goal in the tournament, but what a goal. A balletic turn, followed by a ballistic finish. And the French had been offering more of a threat. El Hadoui quickly replaced by Martin. But Frédéric Villaroo with the goal. His 19th international goal in his 54th appearance today. And we now have the scoreline, which resulted in the French becoming European champions in Turkey 12 months ago. Long way to go, though. He's on the ball again. Stopped at the first time. And Villaroo running this game at the moment. We saw some very dexterous dribbling from the Chinese earlier on. But Villaroo has provided the end product. Labar. He may go all the way, and he forces the save from Gonzalez. And Martin just runs out of room. Villaroo. He's off and running again. Baron. Helped out by the sideboards. Labar. The mask has gone flying to the ground, so the Spaniard is unable to carry on as Labar goes to ground. Caught by Martin. Baron. Closing seconds of the first half. Villaroo tumbles. No foul though. Martin does well to keep that in play. Final seconds of the first half. And the French lead. Frédéric Villaroo with an excellent goal. And that the highlight of a first half in which the French just about had the edge in terms of attacking intent. And at the moment, they are on the way to their first Olympic final. Half-time, Spain 0, France 1.
Hold on to the handrail as you go down the stairs. Also use both sides of the staircase and listen out to any instructions from our stewards because they are there to keep you all safe. Also, don't stand on the seats, that can be very unsafe. Keep the exits clear and don't score past France.
Absolutely, and we saw the group stages, both sides are very strong. Neither side is going to load on in the second half.
Ça va arriver, Tito, David!
Well, both are going to go really for it this time. And France, yes, they have the lead, but they're not going to win.
So, just let me check with our crowd here at the Riverbank. For whom was that their first ever taste of blind five-a-side football? Wow, okay. Who has seen it before here at London 2012? And you're back for more. Those who had their first 25 minutes, have you found a brand new favourite sport? It's incredible, isn't it? Well, allow Marcus and I to briefly run through a few of the rules. It is, of course, five-a-side football. There are squads of 10, only 5 of whom are on the field at any one time. We have a sighted goalkeeper. All 4 outfield players have varying levels of visual impairment, but to keep it a level playing field for all, each player wears eye patches on their eyes and then a blindfold over as well to ensure that none of the outfield players can see a thing.
That's right, Pete, and it is very important, of course, that everybody stays quiet when the ball is in play, because the players are looking out for this sound. That is the sound the ball makes. Did everybody hear that? Great stuff. So that is why it's very important to stay quiet. Now, Pete said the goalkeepers are sighted. That indeed they are. The goalkeepers will also be marshalling their defenders, telling them where to go and giving instructions. And the goalkeepers are restricted to the small rectangular box here. They cannot come out of there, so they will be here shouting instructions. There will also be a guide from each team behind the goal. And the guide will instruct the attacking players towards the goal, giving them instructions as to shoot and take on a player and so on and so forth. And there'll be a third guide just behind where Peter's standing over there.
Indeed, these side walls are designed to not just bounce the ball back into play, but also to reflect sound back into play. And behind these boards you'll find a coach shouting instructions, guiding his players and shepherding his troops out on the field. One other thing to note as well is the nature of fouls. You would have seen the referee turning his back to you over there in the East End, looking to our scorers and indicating a personal foul, which could be pushing, it could be tripping, it could be not shouting voy, which players have to shout so that the opposition player on the ball knows he's about to get tackled. He will turn to our scorer and he will indicate a personal foul against that individual player, but also a team foul as well against the entire team. Now, in that first half, Marcus, France was sailing very close to the wind. They'd racked up 3 team fouls, which means their next team foul would have resulted in a penalty from this, the furthest penalty marker. Every subsequent team foul also would result in a penalty from this marker. The good news for France is that that team foul count gets reset at half-time to 0.
And of course, if a foul is committed in the box, a regular penalty will be taken from a spot just in front of the 3 foul mark. Now you'll see the guide behind the goal will have a little metal rod like this, and before the penalty taker will take his spot kick, you will see the guide tap the goalpost like that, and on the other side as well, to help the penalty taker be able to gauge where the goal is.
Now, I had my eyes closed when Marcus was tapping that. I would have no idea where that penalty, where that goal is. So, it's a huge talent from our outfield players, completely unsighted, to score, whether from the spot or from open play. Now, if they are attacking in open play and a save is made, the ball is likely to rebound back into play. As football fans, the natural reaction is to ooh, to ah, to applaud. I'm afraid we need to subdue that and keep that under our hats, because if the ball rebounds back into play and we're making noise from the stands, I'm afraid our players won't be able to hear it and we won't have much of a game. So your silence is very much appreciated. While the ball is in play, don't think for a second our players don't know you're there and don't appreciate your support.
That's right, and of course it is 1-0 to France, but if it is a draw, it goes straight to a penalty shootout, and there will be 3 penalty shootouts, not the 5 that we see in 11-a-side. There will be 3 penalties for each team, so it's the best of 3, and if it's still tied after that, then we go into sudden death.
Now, of course, we saw 1 penalty shootout this morning between People's Republic of China and Great Britain. People's Republic of China won that one. Let's see what happens in this game. Would you welcome back to the field for the second half of this first semi-final, Spain
So out come the teams for the second half. And Spain will have to do something which nobody has managed so far at London 2012. And that is score a goal against the French to keep their gold medal hopes alive here. Beautiful Indian summer's day here in East London. And if you know the Olympic Park, we're at the far side from the stadium, not too far away from the basketball arena and the velodrome. And as the stadium name suggests, we're on the bank of the River Thames. And this arena, which was put together for the hockey tournament in the Olympics, now being used by both the 7 and 5-a-side football competitions. Brazil against Argentina coming up following this game. And France are halfway through to their first Paralympic final. Unless Spain can respond here. And they win a corner here on PSTV Channel 1, bringing you all the Paralympic action at paralympics.org. And you can talk about this game and anything else going on today on Twitter at Paralympic or on Facebook, facebook.com/Paralympic Games. And the goal scorer, Frédéric Villarreau, concedes a second corner. And he had so many chances in that first half before scoring a fine goal. And here's a chance though for Spain. It was Rosado turning close range, blocked by the legs of Grangier. Now Martin. Perón should clear. Marcelo, tight to the boards. And now the Spanish captain, Acosta, playing in his 76th international game here today. But a strong start to the second half from Spain. And at the second attempt, it's poked through and wide. But Pablo Zalazar will be happy at his team's response. Martin there on the ground, missing the target. And the referee just rattling the ball there so the players know where it is, with those ball bearings stitched into the panelling. Baron. Beaten into it well by Acosta. Labar. Clearance hits a teammate. And the Spanish players communicate to regather possession. Rosado. Good run forward though from Labar. Both players using the boards there. And the referee, seeing there was no obvious aggressor, so Acosta. Baron rediscovers the ball. And now Villarreau. And on for the second half. Maya. And Spain have it back, and the communication of the guides and the coaches is so important here. There's a good deal of trust needed when you're playing blind football. Imagine running full tilt towards somebody when you can't see them. La barre. Villarreau with the challenge, but Martin. All the French outfield players swarming around him. And the ball just beating Rosado out of play.
Substitution for Spain, leaving the field number 6 of goal.
And the captain comes off.
Replaced by number 8, Alfredo Cuadrado Freire.
And Cuadrado coming on to replace him. 43-year-old. And this is 79th cap. Only Lopez and Martin have more caps than him in this Spanish team. Goal kick. And Spain with only one clear-cut chance in the second half. The shot from Rosado, blocked by the legs of Ronzier. Some problems here for the referee, maybe a stray contact lens or something like that. "20 minutes to play. Maya. Rosado uses his body well there. Now Martin. Being pulled back there, surely. And the free kick has been given. One referee said no, and the other said yes. First foul in the second half for the French. Fairly clear tug back on the arm there by Labar. And it's a free kick for Spain. And the guide in the pink bib behind the goal will now tap on the goalpost to try and give the players a better idea of what they're aiming at. Good effort, good save. Martin, and there's very little backlift on these players shooting blind football as somebody loses their mask in midfield. And it's the second save that Rongier has had to make in the second half. It's quite a strange atmosphere with the crowd watching in silence, so the players can hear the ball and their guides and coaches. But Spain are offering more of a threat now. Martin. 8 minutes played in the second half. And Martin is leading their attack well. Rosado. Close in again. Blocked by either defender or goalkeeper there. Villarreau was back helping out Rongier. But here's Rosado again. And that's a good challenge for Meyer. It'll be interesting to see that chance again. Munoz. Villarreal with a meaty tackle. And here he goes again, the goal scorer so far. And Munoz came back and took him out. And the French supporters in good voice here. And the free kick given. Almost about the range that players shoot from when penalties are given during open play, when too many fouls have been committed in one half. So here is the guide, just advising. And Gonzalez waiting. Labar, good work by the wall. Villarreal wins it back again. Spain playing much better in the second half. 14 minutes to play. Labar. Labar again. And he hooks it round, not catching out Gonzalez though. And the whistle's gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet please while the game is in motion. Quiet please.
And that's the reason somebody's lost the support for their mask. Cuadrado.
Substitution for Spain, leaving the field, number 11, Marcelo Rosado Carrasco.
Now Rosado now replaced by Lopez. Praise for Tarragona. And this his 82nd appearance And only Martin has scored more international goals in this Spanish team. And they need a goal now against a side yet to concede at London 2012. Lopez. Villarreau may pick that one up, and he does. And Martin with the challenge. And Villarreau belatedly accepting the concern of Martin. Another great crowd inside this Riverbank Arena. Understandably, it was packed earlier on for the GB China game. And that's given away by the French. But they defend in numbers very well. And that's down to very good communication from the guides and the coaches. Villarreau. Martin again. And that's a yellow card. The first we've seen in the game. And if a player is sent off, then the team have to play for 4 minutes before they can be replaced. And it was the arm around initially, and then just snaking out that right leg after Villarreau had nutmegged him. And now Martin is taken off, possibly before he's sent off, and El Hadoui will replace him.
Substitution for Spain, leaving the field number 9, Antonio Martin Gaitan, replaced by 10, Youssef El Hadoui Labi.
And El Hadoui's first job is to take his place in the wall. Villarreau. Nice skills again from him. Baron manages to keep the ball in play. Rearranges the furniture as well. Munoz. Lopez. Just lacking the support of the sideboard there, so unable to keep the ball in play. And Villarreau remains the go-to man for the French in terms of goal scoring and threat. But Toussaint Acquet will know the game is not over yet. But it's a French corner as we tick towards the final 10 minutes. Là-bas. Acosta. Cuadrado. Good play there from Labar. Strong play. Eating up the clock as well. Trying to get the free kick, but The foul from El Hadoui, seen as a fair one, before Labar snaps in with a challenge of his own. Munoz. And Pablo Salazar about to make another change, a double change. Villaroo takes man and ball, comes away with the latter. Villaroo again. Labar. Munoz. He'll try and take the corner, but it's a goal kick. Timeout called. And here is the change.
Double substitution for Spain. Leaving the field, number 7, Jose Lopez Ramirez, replaced by 11, Marcelo Rosado Carrasco. Also leaving the field, number 8, Alfredo Cuadrado Freire, replaced by number 6, Adolfo Acosta Rodriguez.
So every single member of the Spanish outfield team have now been involved, bar one. As they search for this equalising goal. And the French yet to concede a goal, and you can see why. They're a very effective unit. There's good communication in the main, and when the opposition get the ball close to goal, the guides and the coaches tell them where to go very quickly, and the players are very adept at working from that. El Hadoui looking for a corner. It's a goal kick though. Villaroo. And there is that French defending in depth again. Approaching 5 minutes to play. And that's a corner. And a timeout is called. So the French coach will hope to give his team the words to guide them through now to their first Paralympic final. And that was the chance for Rosado. And Grandier has been the busier goalkeeper in the second half after the French domination when they scored the goal before half-time.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet please, quiet please.
And a call for silence again. A Spain search for this equaliser. On the verge of being beaten by the French in a major championship for the second time in 12 months. And we can see the coach there, just emphasising to Jonathan Grandier, the goalkeeper, to keep talking. And there's a problem here for Villarreal with his boots, so he makes his way off. And the French captain has led by example so far. And the French will have to make a change. Hakim Ereski is the player who appears to be coming on. Yep, that's the case.
Substitution for France in the field at 10, Villarreal, replaced by 5, Hakim Ereski.
Can the Spanish find the equaliser? Acosta. That corner comes to nothing for them. Baron. Là-bas. And Rosado. And that's a foul from the bar. And it's the second foul. And Villarreal is back on the game. Ereski's appearance was a fleeting one while the captain was sorted out.
And a substitution for Spain, leaving the field number 10, Youssef El Hadoui Rabi, replaced by 9, Antonio Martin Gaitan.
And Martin. Coming back on for Spain. 4:25 to play. Oh, that seemed to be use of the arm from the bar. And the shot from Rosado in the end. Of course, no deliberate handball in this form of football. Villarreau. Nice control. And a heavy challenge. Labar. Arm in arm with Rosado for a moment. Here's a chance, and the shot wide from Baron. Rosado. And time is ticking away here for Spain. Villarreau. And the French have defended very diligently when they've needed to. And they swarm around the ball in a group again. And then when they get the ball, they have a player of the quality of Villarreau. This could finish it. That does finish it. Frédéric Villarreau with his second goal to send the French into their first Paralympic final.
Second goal of the semi-final for France, number 10, Frédéric Villarreau.
He has been brilliant throughout the game. And this team, who don't concede, have quality at the other end. He recovered well there superbly from the initial challenge. Back on his feet. And that's a very good finish. Wrong footing the goalkeeper. And there is no way back for Spain now. Don't forget, you can watch the other semi-final, Brazil against Argentina, at paralympic.org. And also discuss what you're watching and seeing at facebook.com/Paralympic Games. And if you can condense it into 140 characters, follow us on Twitter at Paralympic. Final seconds now. And the French have been the better side. And the only question remains, can Villarreau complete his hat-trick? He has been the dominant player, head and shoulders above anybody else on the field. there's a player down here. Cuadrado. And it was a collision with his teammate there, Munoz. But the French can just play out time now and contemplate the prospect of Brazil or Argentina in their first Paralympic final. Allez les Bleus, all the way through to the final.
So France took their place in the
A comprehensive victory for the French.
gold medal final. Spain will take their place in the bronze medal final. Both will be played on Saturday afternoon. Would you please put your hands together for our athletes from Spain?
They will play in the final on Saturday afternoon against either Brazil or Argentina. Frédéric Villarreau with both goals either side of half-time. And Spain must now contemplate the bronze medal game. The French win by 2-0.